Hey guys, it's Penguin here, and welcome back to another gold making video. Today we're going to be talking about Crafted Transmog, and we are going to be going over exactly how much you can make with Crafted Transmog, how you can get started, and of course we're going to be going over my new spreadsheet to help you guys out along the way. So to get started, we are going to be talking about what exactly Crafted Transmog is and how much gold you can make from it. Now, the stats that I'm about to show you is actually from a Discord member, Yisa. If you guys are familiar with other gold makers and you're just a part of the overall gold making community, you have probably heard that name before, but he has helped me since he is big into Crafted Transmog. He has helped me by sharing some of his data, which I will share with you guys. However, just shout out to him. Most of this actual gold data is strictly from him and his experiences, and yeah, so thank you, Yisa, and let's get into the video. So the first thing is exactly what is Crafted Transmog. Now, as the name suggests, it is transmog, which is crafted, which basically, if you don't know what transmog is, it is generally lower level gear, which people either buy, farm, or craft strictly for the looks of the item. For example, there are items that kind of show off a lot of skin for certain characters, which people can use. There's also top hats, there's also cool looking belts, there's cool looking shirts, you can dress up all fancy, stuff like that. So it's gear that people are buying strictly to change the looks of their character. It's not supposed to help them in combat or anything like that. Now, putting crafted in front of that is strictly just saying that this transmog that we're going to be going over is from professions. There are many different ways to get transmog. Once again, you can just buy it off the auction house. But the most popular way of transmog is farming it, and basically they're just BOE world drops that drop from different dungeons, etc. But this is going to be going over actually crafted, which is strictly from professions. Now, the professions we're going to go over today is blacksmithing, leatherworking, and tailoring. Those are the three main professions for transmog, but we also have engineering and jewel crafting as well. They don't have as many recipes, however, they still have some really good recipes. There's just not as much, and they're not as mainstream as the blacksmithing, leatherworking, and tailoring. So to get started, I am just going to showcase some of the mailboxes that Yisa has sent me over his time. So going into the stats of exactly how much gold you can make with this method of gold making, we are going to be looking at Yisa's different screenshots as well as his gold values. So on screen, there's going to be a ton of just different mailbox screenshots. He has sent me these over the past few days, and basically, as you can see, some mailboxes only have 50k in them, some mailboxes have 100k in them, and some mailboxes have an upwards anywhere between 400 and 500k. Now, basically, this is just a screenshot of his daily sales with all of his different realms. He is currently on 22 different EU realms, which he does this method of gold making. Now, you have to keep in mind that with 22 different realms, what he does is he logs in once a day, posts everything he has to post, and then logs off. He does not worry about cancel scanning. He does not worry about anything like that. He strictly just posts the transmog every day, and then he lets it be, and hopefully it will sell. Generally, he says that on each of his different accounts, he has a blacksmith, a tailorer, a leatherworker, and an engineer. That's basically what he has on every single character. Yes, of course, he has maybe 2 tailorers on some realms and 2 blacksmiths on others, but he at least has those 4 main professions on each one of his realms. So as you can see from his mailboxes, you can see the different types of transmog items he is crafting, as well as how many sales and basically how it can range day to day. If we want to look at ledgers now, this is basically just a more detailed view of his mailboxes. As you can see, some of these have quite a lot of sales, some of them don't, or some of them have less sales, however, they have a lot more gold value. That is strictly because some Crafted Transmog is really good, and some Crafted Transmog might not be as good. So because of this, as you can see, there's just a wide variety of sales, and I just want to showcase this to you so you can just see. Feel free to pause if you want to look at the names of anything, or if you just want to study and see how much gold there really is, but this is just a few photos of his actual day-to-day sales, as well as his TSM values. Now, he has actually sent me the gold value and profit that he has made in the last 20 days on every single realm. Now keep in mind, once again, he is on 22 different realms, so he is not undercutting, he is not cancel scanning, and he is posting once per day to post these. So if you take these values and let's say you only focus on your main server and you're cancel scanning and you're making sure that you can get as many sales as you can, these profits can be a lot better than his since he is taking this on a wide scale. But in the past 20 days, his #1 server has made him 1.8 million gold in the last 20 days, and his worst performing server, his 22nd server, has made 588,000 gold in the last 20 days. Now, either way, those values are really good. Everything else is in between that 500k mark as well as upwards to that 1.8 million mark. So basically on the low end, he's making 500k a little under a month, and on the higher end, he's making that 8.1 million a little less than a month. So with that being said, this is an extremely good way to make gold. Yes, it's going to require a bit of time to actually set this up since there's a lot of recipes. However, you have plenty of time to do so. Maybe you knock out a recipe a day, something like that. But this is a really, really good gold method. With that being said, in the last 20 days, on the total of all of his realms, he has made 26 million gold. That is adding up all the gold profit from realm 1 all the way to realm 22. Now he does say, keep in mind that the numbers aren't going to be exact because he does have enchanting thrown in there. However, the profit isn't huge, and so that is why maybe the numbers look a little bit different if you're trying to add up all the ledger data. It might be a little bit different because enchanting is added into that total profit. However, even if you want to say on the big scale, let's say 6 million of that is enchanting, that means 20 million gold is still strictly from this crafted transmog that I'm just about to show you. So this is a really good way to make gold. Yes, it's going to require a little bit of setup, and basically you can take it as slow or as fast as you want, but this is why we have the spreadsheet, and so let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click the link in the description or in the pinned comment, and you should be taken to this spreadsheet. Now, you're not going to be able to actually edit anything in here. In order to edit it, you're going to have to go to File, and then you're going to have to go to Make Copy. After that, it will save to your own Google Drive, and that is where you will have to actually open it and edit it yourself. Now, if you do not see this Make a Copy option, that is because you're not signed in to your Google account. So make sure you're signed into your Gmail account, and if you don't have a Gmail, just make one. It's free, and you'll be able to get your own copy of this. Now, with that being said, basically, this is just a huge spreadsheet, and it's just listing the profession as well as the expansion and how to get the item. So as you can see, right now we are looking at the Wrath Leatherworking Transmogs because our profession is leatherworking and our expansion is Wrath of the Lich King. Looking at that, we have the names of all the different transmog pieces. We have how to basically get them, the what to do, and then we have the estimated time to get them. So if we scroll down, let's see the Stormhind set. As you can see, all these sets right here are purchased from the Fur and Leather Trader inside of Old Dalaran. Each pattern costs 3 heavy born leather. So that being said, all you have to do is make sure that you have leatherworking Wrath of the Lich King, make your way to Old Dalaran with some heavy born leather, and then you can pick up all these different sets. And the estimated time, because all you have to do is buy some heavy born leather, go to Old Dalaran, the estimated time to get these recipes is about 5 minutes. That is basically what this spreadsheet is showing you, and as you go, you can basically just tick off exactly what you're doing, or you could just go down the list, and so you will soon have everything if you just keep going down the list. With that being said, we also have some rep grinds. So as you can see, these set of boots as well as leggings are purchased from the alchemist Finkelstein, and you need revered rep with the Ashen Verdict. And you also need level 75 Northrend leathering. So the estimated time is about 5 to 10 hours to get those recipes because you do have to do the daily rep grind. So that is kind of the alternative. It will say how much hours you need for the rep, and it possibly will tell you how to get the rep. Also, lastly, we have the RNG factor. So as you can see, the Boots of Wintry Endurance is a rare drop from Ulduar. However, it's pretty cheap on the auction house if you just want to buy it. However, if you do want to farm it, the rare drop rate is a 0.08%. So I can't really give an estimated time since it is RNG. However, I will make sure that I have listed the drop rate for you just to see kind of how long it's going to take you. So right here, basically, this is just the leatherworking for Wrath of the Lich King. However, you can move on to different sections. So let's say we want to look at tailoring, and we want to look at it for Cataclysm. You can click that, and right here you have your list. So once again, we have a few rare drops, as well as some pretty easy things that only take about 5 minutes, and some that takes 10 minutes. Once again, it will just give you your transmog name, exactly how to get it, and then your estimated time. So let's say you want to scroll through everything and you will only want to get the stuff that takes about 5 minutes to get, then you can just keep changing the different expansions as well as the professions, find the things that take the shortest amount of time, and then you can go complete them. As you can see, for tailoring Wrath of the Lich King, you can get about 4 different recipes just from the trainer recipes from the Wrath of the Lich King trainer. You just need the required level of the tailoring. So basically, if you just take the time to max out your Northrend tailoring, you will already have 3 plus 3 right here. So you already have 6 crafting transmog sets that you can already post up on the auction house. All it takes is leveling up your Northrend tailoring. So yes, it says 10 minutes for each, but all you have to do is level it up once, and then you can quickly just buy everything from the trainer. So basically, it's more like it will cost 10 minutes to get all of these instead of 10 minutes each to get all of them, because you're just doing the same exact thing to unlock all of them. So you can also think of it like this. There is a lot of just normal trainer recipes in here that a lot of people don't think of, and honestly, half the time, if you do have your professions leveled, you probably already have these sitting inside of your crafting menu that all you have to do is craft. So with that being said, I'm going to give you a few recommendations of basically where to start, because I know this is insanely intimidating. There's about 300 recipes inside of the spreadsheet, and that can be a lot for somebody who doesn't really know exactly how to start or anything like that. But if you want to break it down, there's about 300 recipes in here. If you want to take 3 recipes on a day, that means in about 100 days, or a little over 3 months, you will have every single recipe. Now, keep in mind, 3 recipes a day is pretty low. Just like I said, you can get all 4 of these recipes done if you just level up your tailoring. So that is literally 4 done in 10 minutes. And if you just do that, that will knock out a ton of these recipes. However, if you want to do 3 a day, like I said, that'll be 100 days, which is about 3 months, a little over 3 months, which isn't really that bad, because once you do it once, you don't have to do it again. Even if you want to take on 1 recipe a day, that will take basically a little under a year to complete. However, once again, after that year, you will have all the recipes that you need, and all you have to do is just post them daily and restock. But I'm going to pull up my game and show you some of the entry-level pieces that I would highly suggest you getting. Alrighty, so the thing that I'm going to show you is mop gladiator gear. Now, blacksmithing, leatherworking, as well as tailoring all have different gladiator sets from Mist of Pandaria, and it is pretty easy to get. As you can see, this is blacksmithing, and the mop plate set, all it requires is you to have max Pandaren blacksmithing, and then you will unlock 2 patterns a day by doing the daily cooldowns. Now, these daily cooldowns are a little bit harder to get. You do have to get the recipes for them, which, if you need help, I have a video that showcases the exact step-by-step process, which will be linked in the cards right now, as well as in the description, so feel free to use that video. However, I'm going to show you in-game what exactly this looks like. As you can see, the mop daily cooldown also gives you the reborn weapons, which only takes about 5 minutes a day to do both of these. And lastly, you also get the haunted steel set by completing these dailies as well. So, if we go in game, on my blacksmith character, or if we go to Pandaren blacksmithing, as you can see, These are the two daily cooldowns I'm talking about, the Lightning Steel Ingot as well as the Balanced Trillium Ingot. These are the two daily cooldowns, and what they get in return is this different gladiator pieces. As you can see, I have 4 different types of helmets, a few shoulders, chest plates, etc. Now, the reason why this is a really good starter is, once again, all you have to do is log on and do both of these once a day, and you will get a new gladiator set piece. Now, there are a ton of gladiator pieces, and the only way to get all of them is by completing the daily cooldowns. So the sooner you get started, and the faster you do these every single day, the more recipes you will have unlocked until you have exactly all of them unlocked. But as you can see, going through these, a lot of them have a 0.02 or even a 0.03 sell rate, and look at the profit margins on here. They're selling for about 10k each on my server, and the crafting cost is about 400 gold, because all it requires is 15 ghost iron bars. So if you take the time every single day to log on, do your 2 daily cooldowns, then craft whatever piece that you just discovered, then you can make a ton of gold. This is one of the best sellers that you can do for beginners for Crafted Transmog. There's so many different things you can discover, as well as the sell rate is really good. Now, you could do the same thing with leatherworking and tailoring. Those are actually easier to do. All you have to do is get the cooldown from the trader after you max out those Pandaran professions, and then once again, you just do it every single day, and you will unlock a new gladiator piece. Now, the plus of this is that also you are getting living steel ingots as well as balanced trillium ingots. You can use these to craft different weapons. If we go down to the bottom, as you can see, these are the reborn weapons that we were discussing. If we want to look at one of these recipes, like this one right here, basically it requires 5 lightning steel ingots, which is 5 daily cooldowns, so it'll take you 5 days to craft this, as well as some other materials. However, there's about a 5k crafting cost, and these things are selling anywhere between 30k, and on my server, they're currently selling for 75k with a 0.02 sell rate, which is really nice. And after maybe a few months, you should have everything on the auction house that you can. And as you can see, they all have really good profit margins. So this is definitely the way to go. Some of them will require more living steel, or some of them will require more lightning steel than others. However, this is how you can actually strictly use your lightning steel ingots. The last thing we could highlight is that haunted set that I showed you right here, and basically all you have to do is unlock these by doing your daily cooldowns, and they don't even actually require anything that is used in the daily cooldowns. You can strictly just buy these materials off the auction house, and look at that profit. They're selling for about 50k each on my server, and the crafting cost is about 15k. And this one even has a 0.02 sell rate, and it's still selling for about 50k. So basically, this is just an in-game example of how to use the spreadsheet. And yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite starting zones for somebody who does want to get into Crafted Transmog. I would highly suggest getting these gladiator sets set up on your blacksmith, tailorer, as well as your leatherworking character. And guys, that is basically it. All you have to do is pick which profession you want to focus on, and then you could choose the expansion that you want to focus on as well, and it will list the data that you need in order to get every single recipe. Now, once again, I understand this is a lot of information, so feel free to ask me any questions in the comments down below, and feel free to let me know if I'm missing something, as well as something isn't 100% correct. I have put my time into this, however, I'm not a robot. I'm not always 100% correct, so feel free to let me know if I'm missing something, or something is slightly off, or there's a typo, or anything like that. However, I hope this spreadsheet can help you guys out. This is a lot of information, but at least it is all in one area, so if anybody has been interested in Crafted Transmog in the past, they now have an exact area of where to start. So, once again, thank you so much, Yisa, for helping out with this video, with giving me his gold values and everything to show off to you guys. But yeah, guys, feel free to download this spreadsheet in the description. Make sure you make a copy of it. And while you're doing that, you might as well just join the Discord down below. We have about 800 people in there. We're talking about gold making, we're just talking about recent events, and we're sharing what exactly we have been selling on the day-to-day basis. So feel free to check that out if you want to join that part of the community. I always update my Discord first, so if you are looking for announcements or anything like that, that would be the place to look. Also, feel free to check out my Twitch. I am now live streaming 4 times a week on there, Sunday through Tuesday, and then Fridays. Those are my 4 streaming days, and it has been really fun. So feel free to check out my Twitch as well in order to see whenever I'm going live. So once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helps. Feel free to let me know how you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.